Hey guys, it's AnnK. How's it going? I got a whole new batch of packing slips and I got so many. So I'm actually very excited, very happy because I get to use them. So I am actually working on some Chrono Trigger slips today. Exciting. And I'm actually going to show you a couple of tips, tricks by using my favorite brand of marker, which are the Touch Twins. I'm going to start with colorless blender, and I'm just going to kind of go in where I know I'm going to put shadows, or where I know I'm going to use some blending. And you just want to throw that down first. You kind of want to, you got to think of it, you got to be working in layers, and you kind of have to think ahead what you're going to do. So you kind of have to almost guess if you don't know, but you kind of just want to see where your shadows are going to be, where you're actually going to be doing blending. And you just want to put something down, and if you put something down first, it gives something for the markers to kind of work with when they do that. Also got, this one is the Milky White, and I'm just going to throw down a lighter color first. You can, it's easier and you get better effects if you work in small circles. You kind of glide things around that way. You get better coverage. Sometimes I go for broke and I just go all over the place. But you really just want to put your lighter colors down first. And when you're working with your markers, you kind of like, you know, what I do is everybody sees how many markers I have and they're like, wow, you got a lot of markers. And everybody suggests that I keep the markers color coordinated or in number or in order, and I never do that because for one thing, the way that I work, I always, if I'm working on something, I'll put the markers down and I will come back the colors because I do blending, and yeah, it's just waste my time to keep everything kind of like, I don't know, color coordinated or something. A little bit right here in the hair for some highlights. Right, and we're just kind of going back. We're going to put some shadows in, where the shadows would naturally fall on the face. Put that in. And it might look a little dark when you first start to put this stuff down. Don't get scared, they do dry and they get a little bit lighter when they do dry. Fangamer is great because they leave you a little strip so you can test stuff out on the side. So if you're unsure, or if you're going into this kind of like, you know, I don't know, you have a little tester side to work on. So now I got that down, I'm going to show you some blending stuff. So I'm going to go back to the Milky White. I'm just going to blend the colors in. That colorless blender down, it kind of works with it and it kind of makes it want to blend in a little bit better. I have another color. See, this is why I probably should have things just a little bit more organized, but that's alright. Just going to give her a little bit of pinks. I find sometimes the pinks look a little bit too intense and I have to go back over. Soften that out a bit. And you don't need to press too hard either. You want to go kind of light, especially when you're blending. Oh, look at that, that's nice. So again, I am going to choose a color that's going to be light first, so we're going to use green. I got some pale cream. So go back. A little bit of shadow happening. Because you put that colorless blender down first, you're gonna get, it's going to blend right in. It's going to do a lot of the work for you. So, because the problem is, I find sometimes you can blend the markers together, but if you use the colorless blender first, it will take a lot of the work out for you, see, because like, it just does all the work for you. And, yeah, she's a blondie. Now I got some yellow. And because I'm crazy, I'm gonna get some more yellows. Yeah. This is where it might get kind of dangerous because I'm going back over with a little bit more yellow just to kind of give the impression that it's kind of soft and certain areas in. This is the beautiful thing about using that colorless blender first, because it will take a lot of the headache out later. There we go. Okay, so that's the hair. Do we ever see her actually with this crazy thing, like this tube thing that she wears in all like these pictures? Do we actually ever see her wear it when she's actually fighting? I never see it. You know, I'm gonna get some definition going on in the back, so I'm gonna use some blue, whatever that thing, her purse, her giant purse, her gunmetal purse, I don't know. The awesome thing is that if you do get a lot of markers, I find that the Copics do blend. It's like the same thing. So I'm just going in because I bought a whole bunch of these Copics, the brush tip. And they were on sale. I always buy stuff on sale. I'm cheap. And the brush is really nice for getting in and just doing some really neat things with the shadows. Dummy. I got you. And I'm going to go right back to the first color used, which, what is it? It's pale cream. I have so many colors. I'm going to go back to the milky white. Just lightly get that in there. And I'm going to go back. Where is my blue shadow? See, this is the reason why I don't keep any of my markers organized, because it just gets piled. Now I'm going to go for a nice cool gray number 3 with the Copic. And I'm really going to add some shadows. Just to kind of make it pop out. for you to shadow your work, you can take something that looks kind of drab, make it fab. I love doing that. The nice thing about having a brush pen, so you can get these cool effects. It's great when you are doing something like hair. Don't be afraid to get dark. Get your bad side out. Get a little dark. You might find out you like it. So, last but not least, I'm going to go back. I'm going to grab number 5, my technical. Give it a little bit of a, just to make sure, because those Copics, I find they take a little bit longer to dry. And I'm just going to go back in and I'm just going to go over my lines. This does seem a little bit of a painstaking ordeal. But it's better to go thin first, because I find that sometimes when you go over marker, sometimes it doesn't stand out as much. So if you go back in, redo the lines, everything stands out and the black looks nice and sharp. Alright, you might think that I'm done. I'm not. I'm going to go back to my number 1. And I'm just going to add a little bit more detail. Just in certain spots. We're done. That's how it happens, and that's how you do it. So I find these techniques usually work the best when you're using markers. If you want to get nice blendy effects. There we go. I still have 4 more to go. Oh my goodness. How many slips I have. Oh, I have so many. And I love it. This is going to keep me busy for a while. So that's it for an update in my slippage department. In the meantime, I'll probably be painting. I'll probably be working on slips. It's winter time right now in Canada. It's disgusting outside. I don't want to go to the clubs. I don't want to go to the bars. I don't want to, yeah, it's miserable outside. I want to stay inside. I'm going to draw. I got dreams. I'm working on them. That's what I do. Until next time I see you, so long, dorks.